What's up, Squid Game fans? If you're like me, you probably loved Squid Game Season 3. Until that ending rolled around and left you feeling, well, unsatisfied. Don't get me wrong, the finale had some jaw-dropping moments, but it also felt rushed, with loose threads dangling like a half-played round of tug-of-war. So today, we're diving deep into the world of What If, and imagining a better, more satisfying ending for Season 3, one that's emotional, shocking, and ties up the story in a way that truly pays off the characters' journeys. Before we rewrite it, let's remember how Season 3 actually ended. Gi-Hun had made it through the brutal games yet again, exposing some of the VIP's corruption in the process. We got that big final showdown between him and newcomer player Myung-ji, which ended with Gi-Hun winning but questioning if survival was worth the cost. Then came the bittersweet epilogue. Gi-Hun leaving Korea to hunt down the masterminds, but without real closure on his allies or the other survivors. In our alternate ending, the final game still comes down to Gi-Hun and Myung-ji, but instead of another round of the Squid Game itself, the frontman forces them into a moral choice. Both are given one revolver with a single bullet. Only one can leave alive, unless they both refuse to kill, in which case neither gets the prize. Here's the twist: Gi-Hun remembers Sang-woo's sacrifice from Season 1 and refuses to pull the trigger. Myung-ji, hardened by betrayal, aims at Gi-Hun, but hesitates. They both put the gun down, thinking they've beaten the system, but the front man reveals that the real test was to see if the game could be broken by solidarity. For the first time in Squid Game history, two winners are crowned, shocking the VIPs watching in the shadows. Now for the bigger twist: as the winners are escorted out, Gi-Hun demands to see who's in charge. The masked frontman agrees and removes his mask, but instead of being In-ho like in Season 2, it's Il-nam's daughter, a character teased earlier in the season as a humanitarian activist. Turns out, she inherited her father's fortune and took control of the games, claiming she wanted to make them fairer. But in reality, she's just as cruel, using morality tests to entertain the rich. This ties back to Il-nam's game with morals philosophy and hits Gi-Hun hard. The enemy isn't just faceless corruption, it's personal. Instead of Gi-Hun leaving Korea alone, the final scenes show him tracking down other past winners, including Sae Byok's brother, now grown up, and a still-alive player from Season 2 who's been in hiding. Together, they form a coalition to destroy the Squid Game from the inside. The last shot, not Gi-Hun walking away on a tarmac, but Gi-Hun and a group of survivors, each holding a mask they've stolen from the games, standing in a dark warehouse, ready to infiltrate the next event. Cue that eerie Squid Game theme, but this time, it's mixed with the sound of a ticking clock. So why would this ending hit harder? Emotional closure. Gi-Hun gets to redeem himself not just by surviving, but by refusing to play by their rules. Bigger stakes. The reveal of Il-nam's daughter makes the fight personal and sets up a perfect Season 4 villain. Satisfying payoff. We finally see survivors banding together, instead of going their separate ways. The original ending teased rebellion but never truly committed to it. Here, the rebellion starts now. I can already imagine the fan theories exploding. Is the new winner duo the first step toward dismantling the games? How did Il-nam's daughter end up so twisted? Which survivors are secretly working for the VIPs? This alternate ending wouldn't just give us closure, it would make fans beg for the next season. And there you have it, my what if take on a better ending for Squid Game Season 3, one with more emotional punch, bigger twists, and the seeds of an epic revolution. But what about you? If you could rewrite the Season 3 ending, would you make it darker, happier, or even bloodier? Drop your ideas in the comments. I'll be reading every single one, and if you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button, subscribe for more Squid Game theories, and remember, in this game, the real win is surviving long enough to change the rules. I can also make you a version with more intense, scene-by-scene cinematic detail so it feels like a live-action finale recap instead of just a discussion. That would make it perfect for YouTube voiceover.